now we go to lab 1. We say hello to each of you, say hello to your Jupyter server. The step to go into the Jupyter server is to click the visualization link from this console. On your subscription page, you have already logged in. You can track by the top right corner being a log outside, which means you already logged in. When you have logged in, you can click the visualization link. And then you should be able to reach this page, Jupyter Hub. So now please put down your hand first. In this page, you probably see Start My Server. Okay, please just click the button, Start Your Server. It is blue or green, so usually it is safe to click such buttons. I have already started my server, so if you come back, you just see the buttons, My Servers or Stop My Server. So I go into My Server. Then you will see this page, Jupyter Hub, listing your files. If you can reach here, then we do some more things before I check with you. So I think you succeeded. If you are using the Jupyter environment for the first time, or when our Jupyter environment is updated, you see this update screen, and then this is the green button, and you can continue using it. Sometimes if you write too much file and upon login, the system check that your storage is full, then you may see a message telling you to clean up your storage. And then this will not be a green button, it may be a red button. It still lets you to go in, but most action that need writing more files will fail, and then you need to come back to this files and folder screen, and then clean up the things that is taking space and you don't want it anymore. And then the next step is to use the Linux terminal. This step is for you to get a copy of the data shared by Jimmy to make you be able to access it with your server and your account. So if you haven't seen a terminal before, a Linux terminal is a computer environment that is ready to receive command lines typed by you. And then after you hit the enter or the return key, it will execute your command in the Linux environment and then print out the response to you. And in the Jupyter Hub environment, some actions is better done with a terminal, like making soft link to the mounted directory with the shared data. So the next step is you click the new button, and then below it you will see new notebook or new other things. And other things you will see new terminal. So we will do it together. Just go to your homepage and then new button, terminal. And here you go. You will see a black area, text only. This is an environment many computer science professionals get used to. So if you can reach this step, please raise your hand. 2 of you can do it, 6 of you, 7. And if you find that as you type, the response of the terminal is not immediate because there's network traffic from your browser to our server and going back, usually it is barely acceptable. And sometimes if you idle too long, or you have internet disconnection, then the whole terminal will be unresponsive. In that case, you just use a button to close the tab, and then to start another terminal again. Okay. The first Linux command, if you don't already know, is to see what is inside your folder, which is ls. I shall make my share screen bigger. Okay, hopefully you can see the characters I am sharing. And then ls is a save command. You can surely hit return. So under your environment, it shows work. Work is a folder actually. If you want more details, in Linux command, we use flag. Usually begin with minus. And then for more details, longer information, -L. And then do it again. ls -L, a space between. It will show that work is a directory. In Linux, directory is shown by having a D here. Okay. I see that 10 of you, 11 of you can use a terminal. How about the rest? 12 of you? Okay, great. As I mentioned, you have to be careful about folder. There is a work folder you have already seen. This is the permanent storage. You remember in the last screen, there is option to stop your server. Or sometimes if our whole system reboots, then your server will be gone. And then you have to start a new server again. So what you have put to the server, if they are not in this work directory, they may be gone. The behavior is undefined. If you want to keep the files you want, always put it to the work folder, okay? So the next thing you have to do in your terminal is to change directory to the work folder and then see what's inside. And then the next Linux command is to print working directory to check which folder you are in. And then one more command, I will do it to you together. So let's go back to the terminal. You type the command cd, which means change directory, space, work. Okay, work is just 4 characters, but I am still too lazy to type 4 characters. I can actually type 1 or 2 characters and then use autocomplete. Autocomplete in a Linux terminal is triggered by pressing the tab key. Now I press tab. Okay. The only thing in this environment is work. So WO is already unique, and then the autocomplete will do the typing for me. And then CD to this directory. Okay. Now you also see that the prompt changed a little bit. This blue part is actually the current working directory in the Linux command prompt. And then try the command ls -L again. You type faster. I expect you do a lot of typing in this course. And then you may see something inside. You will see less thing than me because I have already done some steps. And then you can try the command pwd, print working directory. It will just print out the absolute path you are in. By absolute path, that means a path starting with /. In a Linux environment, / means levels of directory. And the root level is having slash right at the beginning character. So this is an absolute path starting from the root, and then 3 levels of directory to your work directory. One more command, who am I? In one word, 6 characters. You ask Linux, who am I? Linux tell you you are CPAS with. So this is actually part of the prompt, CPAS with. You have logged in with your account. Why in this Linux environment you become CPAS with? It is because of our system setting. Each of you have your own server. I go back to the slide here. Each of you have your own server. Here. Student 1 has student 1's server. Student 2 has student 2's server. So it is just that the username in your server is the same. And each of you is in a different server. And actually after you stop the server and start again or system reboot, this server become a new instance of server. But your username and the permanent storage are still here, okay? And I can assure you that the file you write in your environment will only be seen by you. And actually our operators, just like other cloud hosting service, but usually we don't pick your data. So students 1 data and file will not be seen by other students in the system because you are in separated servers. And you will see some interesting, something like a randomly generated string. This is actually some ID of your server you are using. So each of these users is living in a different server. The next step I shall show you is to make soft link to get access to the data. Now you have to write, you have to use longer command. And this is a long path. You better copy and paste rather than do the typing. So I will, if you haven't already opened it, I will give these slides in the chat. Okay, you may open my slides and then you go to slide 27. Okay, here is the situation of your system. There is a mounted directory and a long path here. And you are using your server in the work directory. So we want to create a shortcut from the work directory to the long folder with shared data by creating a soft link in Linux. In Linux, there is a link command ln. And the soft link is indicated by a flag, space, -s, that means a soft link. And then space again. The long path is the source of the link. And then space again. What is this funny dot and slash? Dot in Linux means the current working subdirectory, like what you did in PWD, print working subdirectory. So the destination of the link is the current working subdirectory, which is work. And then slash means this is the subdirectory, not a file. So now you can copy this command by highlighting it and then Control C or Command C if you are using a MacBook. I am doing it right now. No need to copy the $sign, which is the prompt. in the Linux terminal, and then Command C, and then go to your work, the terminal, your work directory, and then Command V or Command Shift V, or right click and then paste, and then check the command again. And then you understand the command, it will do desirable things in your system. This is actually a write operation. So it will add something to your folder. And this is all right, you press enter. If I press enter again, probably there will be an error message because ATM Learner is already in my folder. Okay. Doing it a second time will result in an error message, LN, failed to create symbolic link because file exists. Okay, this is a critical step to get the data. So please lower your hand. And then if you succeed, please raise your hand again. Great, I see 5 of you can do it. Many of you can do it. You can check from this homepage. If you refresh, you will see a new ATM Learner folder here. And if you click, you will see the thing shared by Jimmy. And then you will be able to access data for tutorials. And under it, there are several demos and then data for tutorial 1 and 2. Great. I see 7 of you succeeded. Oh, more than 7 of you. I see 13 of you succeeded. Okay, I can go on. Well, note that the shared subdirectory is read only. And you are.
You haven't shared your screen.
Oh, I am sorry. 點解會咁嘅咧 ？Share screen. Okay, you can see my screen now. And you do more things than read only Jimmy's sharing. So you have to make your own folder, which will be named My ATM Learner. And then you will write your Python notebook .pynb files. So you will not be able to write files to read only folder. So you create My ATM Learner folder. And then for IPYNB, and now or in Jimmy's section, you can copy Jimmy's notebook file shared to you. Let's do this step together now. To create subdirectory, the command is mk, which means make dir. And then My ATM Learners, you need to do the typing because it is not existing in the Linux system. Even if you press tab, it will not appear. And then you press enter. For me, I have done it, the same error, file exists. And then you change subdirectory, cd My ATM Learner. And then you are inside. If your LS, it is mostly empty. And in the tutorial, Jimmy will give you further instruction to get his data. For now, it is getting late, so I will skip Jimmy's steps. And then the next step for today is to create your notebook, but some more notes I need to talk to you is that if the Jupyter Hub page idle too long or you lost internet connection, you will see this error. Keep calm and read the error message 401 unauthorized. That means probably your login session is lost. So you have to go back to this console.cpas.f screen and refresh this page so that your login session is current. Or sometimes it will require you to sign in Google again or type your email address and password again, and then do this login, and then click the visualization link and go back to the Jupyter Hub environment.